MMA Oddsbreaker. This week we're talking to Brett Cooper. It's daylight savings morning. It's a Sunday after. Brett's getting ready to fight Kendall Grove, who's in Hawaii, who now is 3 hours behind the West Coast. So everyone's dealing with the time change today. Are you a guy that works out on Sunday? I know Kendall works out on Sunday quite a bit. Do you work out on Sunday, or is Sunday normally your day off? Look at you. Are you
Yeah,
you're in between sets right now?
yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So this is my new gym actually.
Where is it? Where's the gym at?
It's actually in Signal Hill. It's a little tiny city next to Long Beach where I grew up. So it's just everything's cheaper in this city. So I decided to do it in Signal Hill instead of Long Beach. But yeah, no, it's here. It's like a little bit over 1,000 square feet of mat space, and like you can see, I got my weights over here,
Wow.
and just getting a Sunday workout in. Then I'll probably go for a run after, just kind of maintaining, and then tomorrow back to hard work.
When do you take your day off? Like, when is there a break for you?
I don't really have a set day off. I kind of a lot of times it's I was doing Sunday and Wednesday actually. I was actually doing 2 days a week. Uh, it seemed to work for me, but I had to go to a friend's surprise birthday party last night, so I'm working on Sunday instead.
Okay, all right. So it's just a shift day.
Yeah.
A lot of fighters have a half day, sometimes in a week, and then a full day off, just depending on what family obligations they have and what the coaches can get in.
Yeah. I would agree with that. A half day during the week, probably Wednesday is probably a half day. I'll do something. But yeah. So I'm teaching 4 nights a week, so that's kind of a mental workout in itself. But yeah, I know that I agree with that.
That was actually my next question. Like, how much teaching are you doing now? How long are your classes that you're specifically teaching?
It's an hour and a half, Monday through Thursday, and when I get closer to the fight, I'm gonna have people take over classes for me, probably 2 weeks at a time, so I can just really crack down and focus on what my goal is. Beating Kendall Grove, and but would think Friday we're 3 weeks out, so I got about probably one more week of solid teaching, and then getting serious.
What's the name of your gym?
I actually changed names, but it's called Fudoshin Training Center.
Okay.
It's my nickname.
Right.
And yeah, we kind of came up with that. It's unique. There's like 4 million jiu-jitsu gyms within a mile.
I was gonna say within 5 miles. Yeah.
So it's like that's. I was talking to my buddies the other day. I was like, I think in probably 20 years, jiu-jitsu is going to be like karate is now. It just seems so. It seems so much more of a business than actual martial art now. But they make a lot of money, so I can't hate on them.
Yeah, you can't complain about guys that make a ton of money like those Tiger Shulman, karate schools. Like, the guys just raking it in. It's just incredible. The system that they have, and it's right. It is. At the end of the day, it really is. To keep the lights on and keep the mats clean and keep the weights there, you got to have money coming in. Otherwise, it doesn't work.
Yeah, I mean, this has been a kind of this last month and a half has been a crash course for me. Kind of crazy timing since I have a fight coming up, but I have a whole newfound respect for people that have gyms and people that have businesses. Whenever you go into like a well-run business, you kind of like, wow, this person, they know what they're doing, and all the little tweaks. I mean, all the little tweaks and stuff that they have to do to make it run properly. So yeah, I have a whole new respect for that. It made me grow up, I think, a couple of years.
I have a gym in downtown LA that I've owned for 5 years. I mean, I just never have done anything with it. I just was always in Vegas. I started teaching 2 nights a week in LA, Monday and Tuesday nights, and I'm just teaching for an hour and a half, depending on the guys that get in and how verbose I get. I just keep talking, and all of a sudden I can't quit showing. And it's tough. Like, you forget when you're there every day. You're like, wow, like, okay, that mat's dirty in the corner. Okay, that thing is out of place. Okay, this person, why is there somebody at the door, talking to this person just walked in the door, because we have a lot of glass frontage. Like, all of a sudden these other things that even as an owner you kind of miss, because you're working someplace else, and all of a sudden when you come in there as a teacher now, as a real owner of it, you're like, there's all this other crap that has to go on. It's really a distraction. Like, it's a real distraction. Has it been hard to train too, with this whole thing going on?
to be 100% honest, I think I coped with it pretty well. But there has been some difficulty that I've had to deal with. But overall, I think I'm doing fine. Yeah, no, it is a lot. It's a lot of. I mean, it seems so simple when I was just fighting. I look back at it now, and it's just like I go to the gym, I train, come home, maybe watch some TV, hang out with my family. Now it's like, okay, well, I got to worry about twice as amount of bills, and making people happy, marketing, things like that. So it's a lot, but I think I can handle it.
Well, let's talk about Kendall Grove real quick. We all know his style. I trained with Kendall for a long time when he was living here in Vegas. He was a banger, tall, long, lean. Is very exciting. Comes forward the entire time. It's going to be in your face. Are you seeing something different than what I'm seeing? Do you see a different fight than how I think the fight's going to go out?
I wouldn't necessarily call him a banger. I mean, he seems like he likes to stand up. He has a really good range, really good straight punches. I think he utilizes length real well. I mean, I would pretty much agree with you on everything you said about him. Good jiu-jitsu, decent wrestling. Yeah, he's all around. He's all around. He's a complete, mixed martial artist. But I think upon my last couple fights, I fell, and I think I learned a lot since then. Came upon a couple of epiphanies about myself and my career, and I think that's going to carry me through to victory. So,
what are one of the epiphanies you came to?
To recognize kind of your strengths and your weaknesses. Before, I didn't like to describe them like that, but I think you can kind of think of them as like weapons. Utilizing your best weapons, and the other stuff that maybe that it's not your strongest thing. I'm saying, like, I'm not Damian Maia on the ground. I'm not Jacare on the ground. Doesn't mean I suck on the ground, but it's not. If I was going to fight somebody like that, it wouldn't be my avenue to a victory. So I think you got to pick out a couple things about yourself that you can beat anybody at. And for me, I think it's mixing my striking with my takedowns and kind of playing that MMA game, that little tweak in between the two arts. I have power in my hands, and I think I have all around good striking, but I think playing that game between the two you can really mess with people, and if you use feints properly, you can really utilize and open up holes that you wouldn't be able to if you were just kind of, only shooting or only going for strikes. So that's kind of my niche, I think.
Well, Brad, thanks for taking a couple minutes with us here on MMA Oddsbreaker. I appreciate it. And it's tough trying to figure out more about yourself. It's always easier when someone else yells at you and goes, hey, look, here's the thing you need to do. When you try to sit there by yourself and try to figure it out, it is really, really hard to kind of come to those things. And so you've just grown a little bit more as a fighter, as a competitor, now trying to figure out, how to make your way through this little game that we play. It's going to be interesting. This fight for me is an interesting fight because you're right. Both guys have both you and Kendall have your expertise. His expertise is more of stand-up. Yours is more on the ground. But you're both well-rounded. So which way is this going to go? How's it going to play out? And what schools and tactics are each guy going to use? So this fight's going to be fun to watch for me on March 28th.
Yeah. No, I'm looking forward to it. And there's nothing to do now except show what I can do. So that's pretty much it.
All right,
I appreciate the time, Frank.
You got it, bud. Appreciate you. Thanks for talking to us in between sets. We'll talk to you soon.
All right. Bye.